Chesapeake Bay on the sale. Friday, traffic starts. Friday before a big weekend. Over there, the pedal boats. When the Washington Monument opened, they had a steam-operated elevator. That elevator was slow. It took almost 10 minutes to get up to the top. By the way, on the right, on the other side of the bridge to the left, the white building with the blue awning is the seafood market. All kinds of charter boats and boat rides over there. That elevator was not only slow, it was also very noisy, very dirty, and most people considered it to be very dangerous. So for the protection of women and children, only men were allowed to use the elevators. The women and children used the steps. And how many steps do you think were there? 897 steps. And today, almost nobody sees those steps. In the late 1960s, the National Park Service had a campaign to stop people from leaving graffiti on the walls or from chipping stone to take home as souvenirs, and they were totally unsuccessful, so they have closed the steps to the public, and you can't go there unless there's a Park Service officer with you. On the right and the left, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, that's where, among other things, they make dollar bills. These buildings are connected by a tunnel underground right under us now. Anybody know what our dollar bills are made out of? Not paper. Linen 25%, cotton 75%, they are cloth. And that's why when they go through the washing machine, they'll still work. To go on a tour and watch them make the dollar bills, you have to get what is called a time ticket. They are free. They have the time on them that you come back later in the day to go on the tour. To get those, you have to go early in the morning before 8 or 8:30. In this case, you go to the tunnel-shaped building, and then you can go on the tour and watch them make dollar bills. Another place that requires the time tickets is the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum, the white building with the round front over there. A third place that requires time tickets is the U.S. Capitol. To get the tickets to the Capitol, you have to go to the Capitol Visitor Center. It's over on the east front of the Capitol. A third place that requires them when it's open is the Washington Monument, but right down there. On the left and right are Department of Agriculture buildings. In front of us, across the street, is the only office building inside the National Mall, the Department of Agriculture building. On the right, a third of the way down the building are American farm animals, horses, cows, turkeys, but you don't see any ducks, so let's give them a quack attack. 1, 2, 3, quack! Come on, everybody.
The quack attack, ladies and gentlemen.
We want ducks up there, and we have time for monkeys.
The quack attack.
Across the mall on the left is the Natural History Museum with the green dome. That has a nickname, Old Stones and Bones. Does anyone know the name of one of the famous stones over there? It's blue, very dark blue. The Hope Diamond. As we cross the street, look in that direction, you'll see a flat concrete roof. That's the Smithsonian American History Museum. That one has a nickname, America's Attic. That's where you can see the First Lady's inaugural ball gowns, Archie Bunker's chair. Dorothy's ruby slippers. The next three buildings on the street are art galleries: the Freer Gallery, the Sackler Gallery, the National Museum of African Art. Underground, there's one huge museum that connects them all. On this end is the largest exhibit of Whistler outside the United Kingdom. When he was alive, he was best known as an interior decorator. They have a whole room he designed in there called the Peacock Room. It is fascinating. Behind these three buildings, the very first Smithsonian Museum that started in 1846. Today we call that building the Smithsonian Red Castle. That is still open today, free to the public. In there they have exhibits that show samples of the exhibits in the other 17 Smithsonian museums. They also have a great exhibit about James Smithson, the Englishman that left his fortune so all Americans would have an institution to increase and spread knowledge among the population. James had been born the illegitimate son of the Duke of Northumberland, who never acknowledged the fact. So throughout his life, James had big problems in the British class system, even though he was a very successful scientist and businessman. When he heard the U.S. was going to try to have a classless society, he sent us his fortune, and we got it in the form of a chest full of gold coins. The men that received those invested them in the hopes of making them grow and lost every coin. Congress had to cough up the money to carry out James' will. They initially funded the Smithsonian Institution, but since then, it's managed to get along on its own, and now we're working on the 19th building. That second